Aha! Oh! Oh! Look at that! Oh, ya quedaste, baby. Estás perfecta.
Looks dumb as shit.
And I mean, it's the perfect length of time to tell the story that they want to tell, and I love that at the end you don't get a happy story like you might hope is coming, but it's very real in that most people don't get that fairy tale ending, and that's great.
It was riveting from the beginning to the end. The music and silence in certain spots was absolutely perfect. I didn't know where this was leading, but the build-up throughout the film was remarkable to me. The perfect low-key drama that accelerated into a very emotional and explosive ending. Sadly, the film reminds me how at all levels of society there still exists oppression among the classes. I really enjoyed the film.
Very powerful film story about how you need to stand up and fight for what you believe in, and I thought the cinematography was outstanding, the casting, the performances, the direction was really, really great. The camera kept moving, fine piece of compelling story, and the pace and the editing, the music, it really came together nicely.
I loved the film, how it was directed. It was right on point, where it gets you thinking of the suspense that's coming next. I love that the kid started to defend himself. Towards the end, it was not expected. So it just, you kept wanting to watch the movie because you didn't know what was coming next.
Good film, realistic, good actors, really good film.
Say that the young actor, Christopher Batres, I think his name was very good actor. Really, he was so compelling and easy to believe, and really brought me into the story and never brought me out of the story. He was a really good young actor. And I loved the score, the violin and the cello and the piano. The score, whoever edited it, did a great job. It was really crisp, and the score moving along was beautiful, and good story, and also just the shots and the cityscape and the place where they choose to shoot it was really well done. It was all the graffiti and just eye-catching setting every time.
I really enjoyed the intro to the film. I enjoyed the music, and what I really loved about the short film was the camera angles, actually. The different playthrough of the camera angles, zooming into the actors or different character interactions as well too with the lighting. That was very, very well done with this one.
I love the framing and the aspect ratio. You don't see that too often. The blocking and dialogue, especially during that big gang fight, that's hard to shoot. That people think that's easy, just roll around with the camera and stuff. No, that was done well in the action line. Strong performances. The handheld was a good choice to give that a little bit of shake. The cinematography, like I said, was top notch. I feel that having that aspect ratio and then using far right and far left on screens really creates that uncomfortable or intensity, or really lets you know how powerful someone is. I love that. Great blocking, great direction choices. The coloring was great, cold and warm. Mostly cold on the outsides there. The cold coloring, I loved it. Great shots, powerful movement of the story, and the pacing was fantastic. It was well casted, and you don't see a lot of short films with that many background or that many different locations and sets. I really great production value.
Such great camera work, great job on cinematography. Really enjoyed the lighting. Definitely the color grade was just great choice. And the camera, what stood out to me the most was the camera movement. How I think my favorite element of it was the smoothness of the movement during the shots, the scenes with the homeless man and with the girl and the young man, and the very chaotic and anxious, almost nervous camera shake and handheld camera feeling in all the scenes with the man in the group. What the camera movement is what told me that the homeless man was an important part of the story as well. editing wise, I really enjoyed how enough time to sit with each character.
Overall, I really liked the story. It set a high standard for the rest of the festival, and it was really moving. I felt at times that I was going through what the character was going through, and I think that was really powerful and hard to do. I think the score was great, and the production design and the locations were great. I like that you used the homeless person in the story. It wasn't an aesthetic like people do a lot in LA. They use just homeless people as aesthetics, and instead you humanized the homeless man and you used him as a part of your story. You know, I wanted to know what was next.